you say we knock into this thing? All right, everybody, welcome back to the Jameson on the Rocks podcast. Today I have with me Mr. Jacob Mallow. How are you doing, my friend?
I'm good, man.
It's great to see you here. I'm so glad you could make it.
Yeah.
We ran into each other last night at the Boar's Head. If you weren't there, you missed out. It was a great night. We got to rip 2 songs each. We will take it. And that's not a 2-hour set, but we will take it. Yeah. You played great, man. What were the 2 songs you played?
Thank you.
I knew both of them.
Ain't No Sunshine.
Of
and
course.
Let's Get It On.
Love it.
Some soul classics.
Love it. Both 80s, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, if you'd have told me that you're going to come out there and play 2 songs from the 80s, I'd be like, nah, Jacob Mallow, no. I don't really know him, but no way.
Yeah.
But you did great, man. It was fun. It was a good night. Usually I kind of know my guests, but I don't think we've ever met until last night, have we?
I don't think so.
Seen you around. I mean, I've been following along because I know Gracie and I just seen you around and whatnot, but It's nice to finally meet you. So let's talk about some music. What do you say?
Yeah, let's do it.
What's your origin story? How'd you get to singing? How'd you get to playing? How did that all happen?
Dude, I've been singing forever.
Really? How old are you now?
23. So I graduated
Nice.
about a year ago, and I was the last graduation before COVID hit.
Gotcha.
So.
Gotcha. Spring last year.
But yeah, just my dad was huge into classic rock, and so growing up, played a bunch of different sports growing up, and like as an elementary schooler, and I would always be trying to belt the notes in the car and different things. 5th grade was an honor course, and I was like, okay, this is a little. But then I didn't think about music for a while. I was I wanted to play tennis in college actually for a while.
Tennis is cool. Tennis is
fun.
fun.
But I picked up guitar when I was 15.
Yeah.
And started, teaching myself the cowboy chords.
Yeah.
And dude, I just fell in love with it. I fell in love with being able to accompany myself because I really think, like my favorite instrument and like a true gifting, I feel like is my voice. And so
yeah, definitely.
Being able to accompany that and realize that I could.
So you started singing first. And then you started playing guitar.
Yeah.
Usually it's the other way around, right? You play guitar and then sing.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. How'd you like chorus? What'd you think about it? I never did it. I wish I would have.
I was in it 5th grade, and I was in it my senior year of high school, which is strange. So you
made it all the way? Or
no.
Separately?
I was only in it those 2 years.
So
really
weird.
strange.
Yeah, weird.
But I had always I loved music and was interested, and just would always try and sing along on the radio or
living on a prayer and whatnot.
Oh yeah, and just the pop stuff going on back then too. The Jason Derulo, all that crap. Chris Brown on that, John Mayer.
Bangers, let's go.
All of that stuff, and didn't really think about wanting to pursue it until I was 16, 17, 18.
Yeah. That's still pretty early, man.
Yeah.
That's not bad at all. Not bad at all. So you're in high school, I guess, and you get back into chorus for the singing, I assume. You're just like...
True, yeah. I was like, but towards the end of high school, I was like, this is maybe something I really want to pursue. Yeah. And I was like, well, why not take chorus again and try and fine-tune some of those
That makes sense.
skills.
I wish I'd have done that. I wish I'd have been aware enough to be like, wow, maybe chorus would
but
be
honestly,
a cool way.
I'm not huge. I love, one of my dream jobs would be to arrange vocals for artists or bands. But if all else fails, I would maybe like to be a chorus teacher too, because that's
cool.
That's their job.
Yeah. Did you take any music classes in school? What was your major?
It was marketing and
I
was an MBUS as well.
Nice. Okay.
And so I did take a couple theory classes.
Yeah.
And I was in an a cappella group for the first 2 years of college, the Accidentals.
How did you like that? Oh, I've heard of that.
Dude,
I've heard of
it
that.
was great. It was honestly, looking back, it was one of the most formative things for me.
Bet.
For me musically.
How many guys was it, or how many people?
10 or 12.
Damn.
The group would fluctuate a little bit, but it was all male. There's 4 or 5 different groups on campus. There's all male, all female, and then some co-ed ones as well.
I mean, where
it's
would you
literally
guys...
Pitch Perfect. If you
I love that movie.
Real.
I'm down with it. Where'd you guys play at?
Our biggest gig we did every year was Greek Grind at the Classic Center.
Oh, really? That's cool, man.
To this day, the most people I've ever
guys.
sang in front of 5,000 people were there. Or something.
Damn, that's a lot,
nuts.
bro.
Yeah, it holds a lot of people.
And what range would you be assumed? I guess doesn't it go by that, like soprano?
Yeah, so I was a
alto?
tenor one part, which is the highest male part.
Interesting. That's
tenor
cool,
1,
man.
2, and then there's.
I've never actually seen a cappella group in person, but I definitely remember people in MBUS class would stand up and be like, "The Accidentals are playing yada yada this weekend." I'd be like, "Damn, that's kind of cool."
Yeah. It did begin to just wear on me a little bit. The time it was spent. I mean, we had 2 or 3 2-hour practices each week, and so
it's a lot with school and work and everything, right?
Work and starting to pursue. Like I put my first song out my sophomore year of college when I was 19.
Gotcha.
And started to play shows pretty soon afterwards, but I didn't know what I was doing. I was trying to.
I
still don't really know what I'm doing, but I was just trying to play anywhere I could. But so I eventually did leave the group, which dude, it was sad for a while because I love a lot of those guys. And there's this man, I have to mention him. There's this guy named, you wouldn't believe his real name. It's King David.
King David's his real name?
King David.
King's his first name?
Yes.
That's epic.
And he grew up in Africa.
Wow.
Speaks great English, but he's just an amazing singer. He led the choir at his boarding school in high school. Like they didn't have a choir teacher, and he already knew piano, and would literally he was like the choir teacher as a student. It was wild. And he's a ridiculous gospel singer, so he knows all this like technique, like the melismatic type singing, which is just a lot of runs and
crazy
just
technical.
Extra notes, basically.
Yeah.
It's like shredding on a guitar.
Exactly, but with your mouth.
Yeah,
exactly.
And so I was so infatuated by it, and I've always loved the old school stuff, the Marvin Gaye, like the Commodores.
Definitely bangers.
I
could tell you had like an R&B
stuff.
kind of thing going, don't you?
Yeah,
kind of, sort of. That's cool. How about gospel? Are you a little
For
gospel?
sure.
Yeah,
it's something I've grown to appreciate way more.
I could kind of hear, like, which one was it? I wrote it down, I think. Hold on. Maybe I didn't. But there was one I was like, this kind of reminds me of gospel. Like modern pop gospels.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was like, cool. Whatever. Sounds good, man. Yeah. So at the time, I guess you get to UGA or Athens or whatever, and are you just like, all right, this is it. I'm doing it. Or does it take you a while to get there? Do you know what I mean?
As far as wanting to pursue music?
Yeah. Wanting to pursue music.
No, dude, honestly, I came into college not really sure just who I wanted to be, what I wanted to study. Like, I was in a fraternity for a little bit, and no hate on fraternities, but it wasn't for me. And I was questioning a lot about Russian anyways. And, still have some great friends from there, but
it's good.
It wasn't for me.
Yeah.
And it definitely kind of put a little not a barrier, but it put a pause on music for the first.
I imagine it's time consuming. I didn't.
Yeah.
I'm not in fraternity life either, but I imagine it takes some time in that first couple of years, right?
Yeah, I was in it for 2 years, lived in the house my second year, and then dropped. And it was a lot of different reasons why, but that second year I did put out a song in the fall.
Which one is it?
It's Wings of Gold.
Okay,
it's
yeah,
still
nice.
my most streamed
I was about to say
song.
that's number one on Spotify, right?
I don't understand why.
It's a good song, man. It sounds huge. I like it. Piano sounds cool. What else did I note about it?
It's great. Brian Hansen recorded it in
Brian Hansen.
Atlanta.
I know him. Black hair guy, curly hair, right? Seems like a nice guy. I follow him on Instagram.
He's great.
Pretty good producer.
He's great. Yeah, he was like a father figure of music to me a little bit, because he was just starting producing, and I was just starting to want to record, and so it was kind of like we both trust each other and just jumped in with it.
He seems to be really into it. You know what I mean? Like this, like all he posts, and I respect that. Anybody who's really committed to the craft, and he's got like analog gear and all that stuff. So
yeah,
it's cool. How do you say his last name? Hansen.
Yeah.
Okay. Thought it was Henson for some reason. But yeah, dude, it sounds great. I like the piano. I wrote down I like the piano. I like the line, "Tell me why you're afraid to fly." I think that's a good line. And then it finishes with something else that I thought was good. What's the line after that? "Tell me why you're afraid to fly." Is it, wow, do you know what it is?
Tell me why you're afraid to fly. This is terrible.
No, you're fine. I should have wrote it because I was like, yes, that's nice. I like that
Believe
concept.
it or not, I've only played that song live like twice afterwards.
What? Why? You just
because I just started writing it. It was literally one of the first songs I written. I don't know.
Been there.
And it was, dude, it was great. I mean, it is what it is, and I've learned to appreciate it more, but it's just not my favorite.
I feel you. It's where you were at that point in time. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Exactly. That's cool, man. Very cool. I like the vocal doubles. There's some vocal doubles in there that are
bridge,
sick.
man, the harmonies there.
Yeah, very nice. I'm into that like huge vocal sound stuff. You know what I mean? Like,
love that stuff.
Like all over the place.
Kind of like the Billie Eilish.
Yeah,
stuff,
like exactly like that. Yeah,
tracks
like
on
fucking
Logic.
50. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and they're all different octaves and shit. I always try to do it, but it never sounds that big. It just sounds like me singing the same thing 20 times. You know what I'm saying? It's like, wow, this guy really likes this line right here, doesn't he? But pretty cool. So you put out Wings of Gold your sophomore year. How does that go? Does it like change your life, or are you just like, not really? It's like, oh, okay, now everybody knows.
It didn't. I mean, a great community that was like, yeah, this is awesome, and like supportive family and friends
that's priceless.
Yeah. And they kind of pushed me to just try and open more doors as far as playing shows, and so I did a So Far Sound show that year, and then out of the blue, really, and this is like we'll probably lead into it because Andrew's a huge part of like
no doubt
music.
I got notes on here.
Really?
The hongster.
But he just called me out of the blue in the spring and was like, hey, I have a show at the George Theater in a month.
What?
Can you play?
Did you know him already?
No, not at all. I don't know how he got my number or anything. We had some mutual friends, but he just he called me and I was like, dude, I honestly can't, but I will in 30 days. I will be able to play a show in 30 days because I don't know what I'll be doing at the Georgia Theater. But
at the Georgia Theater?
It was nuts, man.
Where have you played before then, though? Like, what's leading you into this? Nothing?
Nowhere, yeah. What? Talk about the starting.
Dude, start at the top, bro. Come on.
I may never get back.
That's crazy, man. Now you got this ridiculous thing to live up to. You're like,
tell me about it.
How am I making this little bitty place feel like the theater? Yeah. That's cool, though, man. That's a good story. Really How did it go?
It was awesome.
Was it?
I played with a full band and.
Oh man, you did it with a full band?
Mm-hmm.
What year is this?
This was 2018. 2018.
I feel like I saw Andrew at the theater, but I don't think you opened for him. Have you opened for him the last time he played there?
No, it was one of the earlier times.
Okay, cool, gotcha.
Yeah.
Very cool though.
Yeah.
Good show. How many songs you play?
Like 7 or 8. 30 minutes. So.
And did it go well? Were you like?
It was amazing.
Shaking or?
Oh yeah, I was so nervous. The upstairs, I had a beer or two upstairs before that helped a little bit, but then when I got on stage, I realized that like I knew everyone in the crowd. It wasn't like all these random people were coming to see me. So I'd like my nerves calmed down pretty quick, and I just soaked it in. I was like, wow, this is cool.
That's awesome, man. Who was in your band, or how did that go?
So I used to play a good bit with some guys I actually went to high school with. They're 3 or 4 years older than me, and they have a couple different bands. They're all really talented musicians. But we don't play that much anymore. Gotcha. We did around that time do some frat shows and different things where I would or like some shows downtown where I would basically like Boris said just sing 10 or 12 covers. Like
popular songs.
Classic rock, so like Simple Man, that type of stuff.
Yeah, I'm a simple. There's nothing wrong with that, man. Nope. Nothing wrong with that. That's awesome.
It was really fun. I mean, I wish we still had time to do a bunch of that.
Yeah.
And
they say it's like
it could come back.
What's the quote? It's like so hard to put a band or keep a band together. Like it's hard to put a band together. It's even harder to keep it together. Yeah, which is interesting.
I believe that.
All right, so since then, have you done mostly acoustic stuff? Like kind of sort of
like with my shows.
Yeah, with your shows. I mean,
yeah. There was one. The other show I had. Well, that same group I played at Hendershots one time. That was full band.
I like Hendershots.
This past year, 2020 there was no shows. 2019, October of 2019, I played at a show at the Caledonia.
Rest in peace.
Rip.
Freaking
rip in the
fallen
chat.
hero, bro.
Gosh.
Gone but not forgotten.
And that was amazing. Dude, that was such a great night.
Who'd you play with? Or like on the bill, I mean.
So it was Greg Meredith's show. I'm not sure if you know him.
I don't think so.
Been out of school for a while. He is a Tweed student now.
Oh, really? Cool.
But he's great guitarist, singer-songwriter. And it was his show. He had booked it, and then he asked me and was like, hey, if there's another spot if you want to try and get someone on the bill. Yeah. And I had met Gracie 2 or 3 months before, and I was like, dude, you're amazing. Eliza's amazing.
They are.
I didn't even know when at this time, but I was like, would y'all want to play it? Like, would y'all want to open? And they were Peach at this time.
Oh, I remember this.
So it was pretty lighthearted days, but they came out and just killed it.
Did they?
And then for my set, I played with Andrew. Andrew played guitar, and Zach Crook played.
Oh, I know Zach. Of him. I know of him. Nice
guy.
Yeah.
Zach Crook played, and Wynn played.
Really?
Yeah, it was. And then, gosh, I can't remember who drummed. And then Gracie and Eliza came up and sang a song at the very end, sang Redwood with me, and it was like, That was super cool, man.
I
Just
bet.
having all of us on.
That's a lot of people for that
That
little
was a
stage.
mega band, and that was even though Caledonia. That show to me was way more fun than George Theater. Show.
Really?
Just, oh yeah.
Man, nice. You love to hear it. Something about the Donia was special, man.
Yeah.
You get a few people
Dude,
there.
It was the best sound
So
ever.
great, man.
And
it's crazy.
It had been a year too, so just your show develops a little bit and you get a little more comfortable. So.
Yeah, the first one isn't exactly the loosest one. You know what I mean? I'm sure. But that's great, man. That sounds like fun. I hate to miss that. What song did you guys all sing together?
Redwood.
Okay, cool. Nice.
That was
nice.
one off. So that
I like Redwood.
show was kind of around October is when I put out my first EP.
Yeah, Seeds, right?
Yeah,
that's cool.
Seeds. There's 4 songs on it.
And
yeah, that show was kind of like a release show.
Gotcha. Tell me the process.
A couple days beforehand.
Tell me how you guys recorded that. So I'm assuming it's recorded before, like you dropped it the same day. Yeah.
True. Yeah. It was So it was all recorded at Bloom Sounds back.
Oh yeah, I've been to Bloom Sounds, man.
Heck yeah.
Good stuff.
Back on Reese Street.
That was such a nice house.
Recorded it all with Andrew. It was pretty much just me and Andrew.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was it.
Luke O'Kelly played drums.
Oh, I've played a song with Luke too.
1093.
Yeah, Luke's awesome.
On a couple things, and then the other drums were programmed. Andrew programmed them, and Andrew plays almost every instrument.
Really?
I played like some keys, but mostly just sang. I mean, he played bass and did.
Did you like that? Were you a big fan of just like sitting back, like I just want to sing, or were you like, man, I wish I could play more guitar and stuff or piano?
Yeah, at that time I loved it because I'm at heart just a singer and songwriter.
Yeah.
Like, and so. I did love it. I was like, dude, I have this song. Wow. I have this song.
Where?
Woo! I have this song, and I was like, but it's just words and chords. Can we make it real?
Yeah.
And so I really had no idea as far as creative direction, like what I was doing. Now things are a little different.
Mm-hmm.
Like this. So this past year, I recorded an album called Neighbors. Most of it with Tommy, 2 of the songs with Andrew, and 2 with Brian. There's 10 songs total. But this was a little different. It was like especially working with Tommy, it was way more. I was hands-on as well. And even in the future, I think because of how much I enjoyed it in the future. I'm no producer by any means, but I'll make demos a bunch. I made a lot of demos for this album too that were like, I almost had like demo fever or whatever it's called when you fall in love with the demo.
Demo-itis.
Yeah,
That's it. Yeah.
And so I think in the future I'll do a little bit more of producing the things that I can myself. Like I can do keys and I can write a bass line and I can write the guitar parts that I want. But I don't have a great mic. I can't play bass very well.
Gotcha.
So I would more or less like specialize with different producers and be like, hey Andrew, I need to record vocals with you for 3 days for these songs that I've made some of.
That's cool.
Yeah, so that's
growth, man. You know what I mean?
Like, yeah, man.
Yeah, it's like you're learning more.
With COVID, it's like all I did was play music. So
well, that was nice.
Not so much. Well, yeah, some record, but I was just playing all the time.
Yeah,
I had so much free time. And
that's awesome, man. Yeah. I feel like Andrew's house, Andrew's in Atlanta recording now, right?
Yep.
So kind of low key, like I hadn't really thought of it till now, but like he was like, that house is like the mecca for music when he was here. And then he moves and it kind of like shifts over to Tommy's house now, or your house, I guess, right?
A little bit.
Kind of cool, man. You know what I mean? Because Bloom Sounds was popping there for a while.
Yeah, so and I think it still is in Atlanta.
Yeah.
You're right. It became, dude, like the community that formed in that, like in 2019.
It's like a little universe.
Yes.
Yeah.
And dude, it was awesome. So Andrew was nice enough he had a lot of interns through the MBUS program.
Brad
and
Hagen. Do you know Brad? You remember Brad Hagen?
Yeah.
Brad, nice guy.
Brad wasn't one.
He was an
intern before me.
I think he was before you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was about to just say, I don't think I was the first one, but I was one of the early ones.
Yeah.
And I interned with him the whole year, my junior year.
Wow.
And that second semester, it's like honestly wasn't the greatest intern. The first semester, I would like be late sometimes. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't get all my hours. It was just, it was bad. Second semester, some things changed. Like a lot of my lifestyle changed. Opened up to Andrew about a lot of different things, and we we just became really good friends.
Yeah, that's always makes it better.
He was like, was like a mentor, and
yeah, such a nice guy,
dude. Yeah, just so
nice.
many different things.
And he's ridiculously good at producing.
Gosh, yes,
so
and just
good.
like a giver, man. He'd like open up his house,
man.
You know, his brain for you. And like,
how much did you learn in that year? Like just countless things, or like were you
so much? But honestly, not. Like I learned so much about. Not really technically production, because I wasn't hands-on with a lot of things. I was really just watching.
You weren't like moving mics or anything, were you?
Yeah, I mean, I was setting stuff up and wrapping cables and like doing intern stuff, getting
stuff.
coffee.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
But like,
nothing wrong with that, bro.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah,
but I did learn so much just about the process of what it's like to make a record. I mean, I helped make like Brennan Abernathy's first record. Brendan. Was there for all the lighthearted stuff. I didn't help out a whole bunch, but I was moral support for sure.
How was it making Brennan's record? Was that fun?
Dude, yeah. It was
I like Brennan. He's such a nice guy.
Me and Tommy sang like all.
Really?
He sang them too, but we were, did all his background vocals. So it was really fun.
You guys do them together?
Yeah.
I love that. I don't know why I like that. Like when everybody's singing on one mic. I think that's
like
so cool.
The gang vocal.
Yeah. Like the 80s rock band around one mic just singing background. I don't know.
Yeah.
Kind of cool.
There's a line in one of his songs that I think he's talking about his parents saying something, and it's like an ad lib, and it says "get a job" really loud. And me and Tommy just scream it, just like what you're saying.
Love it. I love that, man. Funny. That's cool. I bet so formative. I'm sure you learned so much more than you even realized there. You know what I mean? Like arrangement, songwriting, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Which is cool. I like that house, dude. It was like a Victorian house, right? You know what I mean? Like a big ass house.
That's nice.
And Andrew, dude, you can hear him on records. You know what I mean? Like records he's produced. Like I can almost tell. That sounds pretentious, I guess, but like I feel like you could put a few recordings in front of me. I could be like, hey, that's Andrew.
Yeah,
I swear I could, man.
I bet you could.
I bet you could too. You know what I mean? He has a sound, which is crazy.
And it's only getting more like fine tuned. I feel
that's crazy, man.
It just keeps getting better.
That's awesome. I guess we shouldn't talk about Andrew too much. This is about you, my man.
but dude, I owe so much to Andrew.
Yeah.
I mean, I had that for that first show. For like taking me in as an intern, even when I was shitty.
Sticking with you.
Yeah, man, he's such a great friend.
Love it, man. Yeah. Love to hear that. I look forward to seeing him in Athens again at the theater or something.
Yeah,
I'm sure he'll be back around playing one of these days, right? In September.
He just did a little live video at our house last week. So
how did that go?
It was good.
Pretty good. Oh, that's another thing about the We Bought a Zoo. You guys are killing it with the live videos, bro.
Yeah,
killing it.
Jackson
Those are fun.
Smith does a lot of them.
Yeah.
A couple different videographers have done them though.
They're just in and out. It's kind of cool just how it is. It's like Tommy used to do them at 1093 with Gesture. They did one like where the camera goes around the whole time. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I don't know where everybody got that from, but like it's really cool.
The one shot kind of
thing? The one shot, just like it like goes around as it goes, and that's pretty cool. I like the Sarah Moose one was cool. Maybe it's the Hotel Fiction. Was there a Hotel Fiction one?
I'm pretty sure.
Like there was. There's so many, but you guys are killing it.
I can't keep up with the spring.
I didn't even realize you lived there. Yeah, I've never even been over there, but that's cool, man.
Back left room, man.
You can't get out of the studio between the bloom sounds and
the living room is not really even a living room. There's a grand piano and a drum set, and we don't have a TV, so it's just it's mostly all music all the time.
I love that, man. That's great. Good. That's very cool. Everybody go check out We Bought a Zoo Records. Pretty cool place, right?
That's great.
Absolutely. So tell me, what would be the next single if we're up to Redwood? Let's see. Just tell me which one. I tried to go in order, but I think we got lost.
Yeah, so I released another song after Wings of Gold called Face Through the Cracks, which is
is it the one with the cover art where it's cracked glass? Is that one it?
No, that's Seeds.
Oh, okay, I'm tripping. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. The cover art on that. Woof, cover art has come a long way for your boy, okay? Art.
You're figuring the brand out?
I have no vision for art.
Yeah.
So, the artwork stuff has come a long way, but for that song, I think it was just some cheesy picture of me or something with a blue square around.
Nothing wrong with that, man. You're good. You're learning your way, you know what I'm saying? Tell me about that song. I honestly don't think I've dug into this one deep enough to know it well.
Yeah, dude, I wrote it in the Russell stairwell.
Really?
Yeah.
Just playing for the acoustics in there?
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah, stairwell life.
Yeah, I'm not... Gosh, dude, back then, I feel like I wasn't even really making strategic choices with songs. It was just like, I wrote something, and this is what I want to do, so I gotta
put it out.
Yeah, and it was... it was a little naive, but I'm still proud of him.
It's where you were, you know what I mean? Like you knew no better then. That's perfect. Exactly. I mean, you just always remember it as that, you know what I mean? Exactly where you were right then.
That's true.
Which is where you were supposed to be.
Yeah, and Brian did that one too.
Yeah?
And then that's afterwards is where Seed starts.
Gotcha.
Which is
growing.
Which is Andrew. So.
Yeah, Seed sounds fantastic, bro. I like that you put out a live version too. I think that's really cool.
Thanks,
I've listened
man.
to it a few times. I'm a huge live record guy, so that's.
I am too.
Dude,
I was
so
bummed,
big.
dude. I was honestly bummed that it like didn't do as well as I was expecting it to. I mean, I get it, but
It's just
I love it too. I love when an artist of mine like puts out a live version.
Me too.
You can see that.
It's like exactly what you're saying. Like,
or maybe
it's
not
like,
exactly, a little different version, but you can just see that they can really do it.
Yeah, and it's like
really
that's exactly where they were in 2019. That's exactly what they sounded like.
Exactly.
No bullshit, no studio, nothing.
Yep.
That was it.
Yep.
You were either there or you weren't. You
Yep.
know what I mean? I love that, man. Big fan of live records, and I don't get why. I talk about this all the time. I don't get why bands just sit on live recordings for years. Yep. Just put them out. Put them on YouTube. Who cares? You know what I mean? Like, put them out, let people listen, because I know, all our favorite bands have live record after live record just sitting on the shelf, like, waiting for what? You know what I mean?
I don't know.
You know what I mean? I mean, think about all these bands that tour and play 100 shows a year. You know how many amazing shows they probably have locked up?
Yeah.
Because, they record it.
Why don't they just give them out?
That's what I'm saying. So I was glad to see that you did the whole record. Very cool.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Very cool. Do you have a favorite song off the record?
Yeah, it's Redwood.
Yeah, Redwood's great, man. I like the cover art on that. The cover art on that one is cool.
Thank you.
You're starting to get it there, right?
McClure did all those.
Yeah?
He was a art major that graduated a year ago, but super talented photographer.
I like Flesh Wounds. Cool concept.
Oh, thanks,
yeah,
man.
very cool concept on that one.
Yeah.
I like the kind of like warfare theme a little bit, maybe,
Yeah.
kind of, sort of.
Yeah.
It reminds me of like Heartbreak Warfare by John Mayer.
Yeah, it's like dramatic in a way.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
like cheesy, laughable, dramatic.
No,
at least
not
I
bad.
hope. Maybe not cheesy, but I don't want you to think that's my song titles that were there from. My song titles for a minute there were getting very dark. I put Pain and then Flesh Wounds out. I was like, all right, I gotta move along here.
Next song's called Happiness.
Yeah.
It's fun is the next single.
Fun. Love.
Bro, I like Pain too. Pain's great. You and Gracie's voice sound fantastic together.
Thank you.
Great blend there.
Yeah, I do love Pain. Pain's great.
Yeah, it's a great one. Tell me about that one. How'd you write that one?
That song. So the first line is I scrape my hand, and ripped a whole back pocket off my jeans.
Yeah,
it's true. I fell
that's
down
a cool line.
on Vine Street where she lived. I took off on her roommate's penny board one time, and I don't know where the confidence came from because I do not skate at all. But I just took off down the hill, and like midway when I got towards the bottom,
started wobbling.
Got speed wobbles, and then just bailed and.
Backwards?
I mean, you can see the scar. It's
damn,
pretty
bro.
bad.
That's a real deal, man.
And so,
it ripped the pocket off your jeans.
I was just screaming in the middle of the street. There was a guy behind me in a convertible, and he was like, dude, are you okay? And I was just like, no. My whole
bad.
right side of my body is just like,
no, bro.
Just
Lesson
some road
learned.
rash. Yeah.
And it really ripped your pocket off?
Oh, yeah. The whole clean. Her mom actually sewed it back on. It was so funny.
That's hilarious, man. And that influenced the song, or you just had that in the pocket?
Oh, totally influenced the song.
Yeah?
Yeah, I wrote it 2 or 3 days later.
Yeah.
And my grandma had died about a month before, and so there's a lot of things in that song too that I was thinking about that.
A lot of fuel for the fire, I suppose.
For sure.
And then when you wrote it, were you like, I'm definitely getting Gracie to sing on this? Were you guys just in the studio and like?
Dude, actually, yeah, I forgot where she was coming back from, but I was recording. I think she was like seeing her grandparents or something, and she came back, and she came to Tommy's house. I wasn't living there at the time, but. And it was just pretty random. Like she knew the song. I was like showing her the demo things and was excited about it. But no, we hadn't really predestined it. And she showed up and she started singing along like she always does. And I was like, okay, you need to go out there and do it.
We need a mic. We need a mic ASAP. Yeah. Sounds great. You guys' voice sound A1 together. Just fantastic, man. Yeah. Really takes it up a notch. I guess she comes in around the first or second chorus.
Yeah, she comes at the very end of the first chorus, and then she's there throughout the whole song. Really.
That's tasty. Instead of like the whole time just staying static, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Very cool. I like it. I like Flesh Wounds. I like what I wrote about Flesh Wounds was catchy acoustic guitar and the little when it like all kind of comes together at the end, you know what I mean? And like you're singing and the guitar comes in with a little catchy solo, and then you come back in with the chorus and the guitar keeps going and like everything's happening at the end. Really big fan of that. Very cool.
Thanks, man.
Was that purposeful or did that happen or?
Yeah, that was.
Yeah,
that's pretty
you're like, all right, we'll have everything come together at the end.
Yeah.
Did you play the solo on the guitar?
No, that's Tommy.
That's Tommy boy. Love it.
Ripping it. I loved Zach singing that first verse.
That's cool.
It's great. When I played that song live some, and Zach would always say, "Dude, I love that song." So really, the initial, I had dreamed up Neighbors, this whole
concept
idea.
Yeah.
Honestly, around like the very start of 2020 or the end of 2019, and my dream for it was to record, to like collaborate with a lot of different Athens artists, and so I'd have 10 songs or like one with. Like did one with Gracie, one with Zach, one with Lighthearted, one with Aspen, maybe like one
Aspen's
with
awesome.
Yeah, one with
Just
Elijah.
everybody.
We were dreaming up like different things. And like I'm really glad that Gracie was able to sing. I'm really glad that Zach still did it too. But I learned pretty quickly that just logistically it was gonna be kind of a mess.
Yeah, I feel you.
And I didn't want to like. It felt a little weird just.
Forced.
Feeling like I was, I didn't want to just rope people into an idea that's not theirs.
Yeah, I feel you.
And it turned out to be great because it forced me to write a bunch of new songs, and then it was like, I can do an album on myself actually.
That's awesome, man. I think that's fair. You know what I mean? It's a great concept. I like it and all, but like, you know what I mean? Like, I can't imagine sitting down with Elijah and being like, all right, I have to write a very Elijah Johnson-y song right now. I'd be like, wow, pressure alert.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting you say that because a lot of these songs, dude, just because like what we were talking about, the whole community thing happening in 2019, this Mecca at Andrew's house kind of.
Yeah.
I became so influenced by all the people I was around all the time.
I bet.
Like, I wanted Zach to be on that song because I feel like it almost could have been a Zach song. And then I wrote another song called The Lottery that's going to be on the album. It's actually going to be the second single.
Sweet.
And it was, right after I wrote it, I was like, this sounds like an Elijah melody. Like there's a time there's just like this super simple melody, which I never, like I love the complex melodies and stuff.
Runs and stuff.
It was just super simple, and I immediately thought of Elijah. And I was like, thanks, man.
We could have done it, man.
Well, yeah, it's just crazy how you get influenced by, like, you have people, big time people that you look up to, and or the classic people that you look up to. But it's like, no, like I literally am inspired by and look up to a lot of my friends, which is
that's amazing, bro.
Yeah,
what's that saying? Cool. It's like you're a product of the 4 people you spend the most time with. Have you ever seen that?
Yeah, true.
Big believer in that. You know what I mean? If you're hanging out with a bunch of like, I don't know, you know what I mean? Like people not doing anything, you might not be doing anything. You know what I'm saying?
Agreed.
So that's cool that you guys have your own little universe over there with everybody making good music, man. Yeah, everybody. I'm trying to hit the whole. Man. I'm trying to get the whole We Brought a Zoo squad on here. Good. You know what I mean? I'm trying to hit them one by one. You
almost got all of them.
I'm trying to, man. Trying
Who are you missing, do you
know? Tommy. I'm missing Tommy. Okay. I texted Tommy like when the podcast started. I was like, "Hey, man, if you ever want to come out, hit me up." Yeah. But I was like, no chance. He's way too busy. You know what I mean? But he never hit me back.
I'll tell him.
Put in a good word for me.
I will definitely put it.
Should be like, Jameson keeps talking about you every episode. He wants you to come out so bad. He's such a nice guy. Haven't seen him in a while. I guess all he does is studio it up now.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, good for him.
He's just been grinding. So
yeah. So when you get to what's the order you record these in, if you don't mind me asking? Would it be Redwood first? You know what I mean, for the record?
No, I think we recorded. I actually did the song "If You Haven't Yet." For the Inbus project.
Oh yeah,
okay. And so it was a single before the EP came out. Mm-hmm. So that was the first one we recorded, and then we did Seeds, and then we did Redwood, and then we did Safer Route, just acoustic.
Yeah,
we recorded some of it outside on his porch, which was cool.
That is cool. I like stuff like that.
Yeah, man.
I like opening the windows and stuff. You know what I mean? Very cool.
Yeah.
Get a little air in there.
Get some birds chirping.
Yeah, get a little chirping action.
Yeah,
that's cool. And then while you're doing this, you're like, okay, this is my record, or you like, oh, I've got 4 or 5 now. This is it.
Yeah, I'd planned out the 4 songs for the EP.
Yeah, okay. So you knew in advance.
True.
You're like, all right, I'm making a record.
Yep.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
Nice. Very nice. And then you singled all of them out but 2?
Yep. No, really just 1.
Yeah? I like that, though.
I left Safer Route on the... Yeah.
And Safer Route is the one mostly acoustic for the whole time, right? Mm-hmm. With the very like, doo-doo, doo-doo, like a Like the slap,
it's
right?
pretty upbeat, yeah.
Yeah, I like it. There was one of them, I was like, do you like John Mayer? A decent amount? I was like, I was like, this is super John Mayer-y. I was like, nice.
Sweet.
Very, very
Appreciate
dig.
that.
Very dig,
dude.
yeah.
I don't know. How can you not like John Mayer?
That's what I'm saying, dude. Somebody told me the other day they didn't like, I was like, man, I don't really like Tom Petty. I was like, really? I was like, how could you not just like Free Falling and stuff? Like, I mean, I get you don't have to be a huge fan or anything, but you don't like him.
I know, yeah.
But
don't tell me you wouldn't bob your head or tap your foot if it was playing.
I won't back down. Come on, man. Stuff. Same with John. I really like John. Big fan. You have a favorite John Mayer record? I could talk about John all day.
Dude, continue him.
Oh, dude.
I know.
It's hard not to say it. It's hard not to say
it. Good, man.
So
the
good,
Jimi
man.
Hendrix cover too. Bold as Love.
His Free Falling cover is really good. You like his Free Falling cover?
Yeah, I used to play it live some too. I actually played that at the theater.
Yeah, nice.
Mm-hmm.
I like
That's a great one.
I like all his records, but I also like his first record because it's super acousticy. No Such Thing.
Oh yeah, is
John
that
Mayer.
Neon?
Yeah,
Neon
Neon's on there. Why Georgia? Your Body's a Wonderland, stuff like that. Yeah.
Banger.
Have you ever seen the music video for No Such Thing? It's in Georgia Theater.
No.
Never seen it?
No.
Yes, his first music video he ever released is in Georgia Theater. The video filmed in there.
Cool.
He's got like these big sprinkle lights behind him, and there's some clips of him outside standing in front of the marquee and shit.
Whoa.
You ever think about stuff like that? Like, man, I've played there. Think about all the people that played the theater, bro.
Yeah, I signed my name next to Need to Breathe and like I forget. Alan Stone was up there. I was like, what the frick?
On the wall right there when you walk in?
Mm-hmm.
Nice, man. Love it. That's cool. I think about stuff like that a lot. Where's some other places you played at this point? I know you played a few, right?
I've played most everywhere in Athens.
Yeah?
Honestly, I haven't played in Atlanta a whole bunch. Done like some coffee shop shows.
Mm-hmm.
I've been wanting to play at like Masquerade or like those venues. Isn't it like 3 venues in one or something?
I think there's like 3 stages. Like they have weird names for them, like the Purgatory stage. Stuff like that.
Something like that.
And there's Aisle 5 and Smith's Old Bar and all that stuff.
Yeah, I would love to play Eddie's or Smith's Old Bar.
Yeah, Eddie's would be so sick. You'd be perfect for that. You should hit Aspen up. She's got the contact on that.
Yeah, sweet. I will.
Yeah.
Played some in Jacksonville with Zach. Played some in Savannah.
Nice. So you've
been
done
to
some
Milledgeville
touring.
a bunch.
Milledgeville's cool.
Dude, Milledgeville rocks.
I like
Milledgeville.
Milledgeville.
Is the best audiences in the
really?
world. Well, I say in the world like I've been all over the world, but they rock.
Yeah, Milledgeville's cool. I grew up near Milledgeville. Cool town.
Yeah.
I feel like
everyone
Milledgeville
just comes out to the house shows, man.
Yeah.
We had one. Andrews in September of 2019 was just freaking packed. There was like this porch, and people couldn't even get in the house. They were just on the porch with the windows open.
What?
It was
That's wicked.
Nuts.
That's
I was like,
awesome.
This town rocks. Everyone's coming to the house show.
And it's crazy because like you don't really think of Milledgeville as a music town. Like I feel like it's a slept on music town. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like there's really not that many venues per se. There's like I don't know. Have you ever played a venue or is it all house parties down there?
It's been. Well, I just did play the Spring Fest. It wasn't really a venue. It was out in a field too, but they had the stage was this huge tractor trailer.
Let's go. That's Milledgeville.
Yeah, man.
Love it,
was
man.
Cool. So no, I've never played an indoor venue there.
I think that's cool. There's very few of them. There's one called Ned Kelly's up top. You ever heard of that one? That's like the big one. Like a bunch of touring guys come through there. It's kind of like the Warehouse of Athens.
Oh, cool.
And then there's Buffington's, which is like a 3-hour cover bandy rock gig. You know what I'm saying?
Cool.
So there's nowhere for people to play, kind of. So they all go to the house parties, I guess, which is cool. I'm down with that.
That's cool.
I wish there was like a house party contact you could book through. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I would just play house parties, bro. They're the most fun.
I know.
Sometimes
They
at least.
are so fun.
How do you like playing the coffee shops? Is that like something you really enjoy, like the acousticy? You kind of get people listening.
I haven't really played a ton. Like played at Hendershots. There was one in Clarkston. I played with a guy named John Mark Nelson.
John Mark Nelson. I don't think I've heard of him. Cool name.
Not
though.
a local guy. He lives somewhere up north. I forgot.
Really?
We haven't really been in contact since, but he writes great songs.
Yeah.
And, it was really cool. His wife is an artist too, and did sketches of the venue while he was playing, and then sold them after the show.
That's
and
weird.
she was a crazy talented artist. I have one, basically like a little show posters, hand sketched while we were playing. It was so
wicked,
cool.
bro.
I was like, "You're cool."
That's wild. I've never heard of anything like that.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite venue you've played, or house party?
I mean, the theater was like. Theater is just the theater,
yeah,
but
it's just the theater.
I love that the Caledonia show with Now Lighthearted, and that was That was insane. But there was something special about that September show in Milledgeville, Andrew's show. It was the first time I had made posters. Philip, the guy who did the Seeds artwork, made these posters too, and they sold out. I mean, I only had like 20 or something, but they sold out, and like I was just so encouraged. It was like the first time I really thought that I could like be a touring musician. And, like, do it.
That's priceless feeling, man.
Yeah, dude. And Andrew had such a great night too. He like was one of the first times he really heard. Like the whole crowd was singing the lyrics back to him, and he was just like, priceless. "What?" So it was cool. And I played in his set too, so it was.
Let's
really
go,
cool.
Man. The stuff like that, you ride on those gigs for a couple of weeks. You know what I mean?
Heck yeah.
That euphoric feeling when you wake up the next day, it's like all you can fucking think about, and you're like bobbing your head around every day, just walking around like, "What's up, man?" You know what I'm saying? Like, you just feel amazing, man. Those gigs, you're like, man, maybe I really could do this.
Yeah, man, because you don't always think you can.
Exactly. And not every gig can be like that, or they wouldn't be special, you know what I mean?
That's true.
Some gigs 100%. The next day, you're like, why am I doing this?
Yeah.
Not a little bit, you know what I mean? You're like, man, is it ever going to change? You know what I mean? Stuff like that, you know?
I hear you.
You know what I'm saying? Like, are people going to sing back sooner than later? But, you know. But it's just day by day. How could they not know them? I posted on Instagram twice.
Yeah, come on.
So what are you looking to do moving forward, man? Do you have plans? Like, you said you got some new stuff recorded, right? You got any shows planned? Any, like, ambitions, per se? Like, tours, anything like that?
Dude,
you know
I would love to go on a tour. I've started playing some shows recently, last month.
Yeah, where have you played?
Played in Milledgeville twice. One house show, and then one, the Spring Fest was a Young Life festival they put on, basically. They had, like, 4 or 5 different acts. Cloudland was there.
Oh, nice.
Brendan Abernathy.
Nice.
Tony Hunlow, which is...
played drums last night, right?
Zoo. Yeah.
Cool drums. Guy.
He's great. And who else? Did I say Cloudland? Yeah.
You said Cloudland, yeah.
It was fun. I'm also playing this Saturday in Decatur at my sister's house.
Decatur, nice.
I'm not going to say the address on here, but I actually don't even know it by heart, but text me if you want. And
hit my man Jacob up if you want to pull up on Saturday.
Tony is opening, and then Aston's going to be in the middle, and I'm playing there too.
I'm jealous, man. I wish I could come. I'm playing on Saturday.
Really?
That's
Where
sick.
are you playing?
I'm playing Soul Bar in Augusta. Pretty cool
awesome.
place. You should hit them up if you're ever in Augusta. They'll let you play.
Cool.
Very nice place with a few local people around. So
sweet.
Fun. But yeah,
and then in the as far as album plans, I am doing, like, I got this single coming out tonight. I'm excited about.
What's it called?
It's called From the Beginning.
What should we expect? I mean, is it similar?
Dude, this is like the pop. This is the pop.
Let's go, man. I'm down with that.
Yeah, it is. It's one of the first ones I recorded. And like, I don't know if I said Andrew did 2 of these songs on the album, and they were recorded in May. They weren't completely done, but in May of last year. So it's been
quarantine
a while.
Time.
And this was one of the first ones done, dude. And it was it's just a little upbeat jam, man. I'm excited about it.
That's cool, man.
It's not my personal favorite by any means, but it's a single. You know,
I love it, man. Love it.
I had some people in my family that, you know, that aren't musicians. No one in my family is really a musician, and I showed them a bunch of songs, and this is the one they freaked out about. And I was like, y'all just like pop music, but
there's nothing wrong with that, bro. I love pop songwriting. You know what I mean? It's got something special about it. And you gotta trust the people, man. Gotta trust the people.
You're right.
The ones that you expect to do the best sometimes do the worst. You know, and
so true.
Vice versa. It's kind of weird how that works.
Well, that scares me because the other 2 singles I really love, which means
me too.
Maybe
you know
no one else will.
like those are the scariest ones where it's like, man, I really hope people get this one and they stream it. You know what I mean? Because like I worked so hard on this one and this is it. Like I hope they understand. You know what I mean? Yeah. Sometimes thinking too highly of a track can hurt it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like you put too much pressure on it or whatever.
Yep.
Or like even to finish it, sometimes I've noticed like if you're like, oh, this is a banger. Like sometimes you like. Takes you longer to record it, you know what I mean? You're like, oh, it's gotta be right. Like it was fucking right, you know, like it's already right, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know, it's just a hot take. But yeah, tell me more about the album. How many songs are we looking at?
10.
10, that's a big record. Nice, man.
There will be 5 out by the whole time it's out.
So
there
5
are
singles.
2, like Pain and Flesh Wounds are on it.
Nice, okay.
So 2 are already out. There's gonna be 3 more. 1 tonight, 1 in June, 1 in July, and then hopefully record at the end of August. I'm waiting to see if have you heard of this? I forgot the company's name, but it's basically like a vinyl subscription company.
I've heard.
I don't know if Hotel
concept.
Fiction talks about it on the podcast
where they send you.
They basically buy vinyls from you. You have to make them up front, but then they buy, say like they want to buy 1,000 vinyls from you at $6. And so you have to go make the vinyls, but then they'll give you $6,000, and then you're in their catalog, and their company is like people pay a subscription fee, and then they send their customers a vinyl or two every month.
Gotcha.
It's like,
that's cool.
Yeah, it is cool. And so I don't have a record like set date, and it's honestly still there's 3 or 4 songs still getting mixed.
Yeah,
so it's gonna be a couple weeks until things are even mastered and done.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping end of August or August for the record, but it may be September depending on vinyl, because if I do press vinyl, then it'll be like 3 months.
It's gonna take some time, right? Are you gonna do it at what's it called? The place in Athens?
Kindercore.
Kindercore, that's it.
Yeah, I've looked into them, been emailing them. So
yeah, I feel you.
We'll see. There's a couple different companies. They're pretty expensive, but they're
so expensive.
It's
cool
the
though.
Colors they have are so pretty too.
Oh man,
All
like the actual record.
Yeah. Man.
Did you see the one that Orange Constant did by any chance?
No.
They had this record called Peel, and like it's like banana. It's got a banana on the front, and their thing is yellow, and it's got like this cool like tint on it. It's like, wow, that's a sick vinyl.
Wow.
Like so cool.
That's awesome.
Glad vinyl's making a comeback. That's very nice.
Yes.
Look forward to it. Let me know what you guys come up with that. I'll get a record.
Heck yeah.
I'll buy a record from you. I'd be excited to slap it on the wall in here somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dude. Thanks.
Very cool, man. So, anything else you want to note about the record? I'm glad you're doing 5 singles.
There's some deep cuts on there, dude.
Yeah?
It's I'm really happy about it. It's I feel like some of these songs wrote themselves. You know?
Those are the best kind.
Yeah,
easily.
Yeah. So,
I have this theory that I always say. I keep saying things I always say, but like I kind of like hitting them home. All the best ones write themselves, bro.
Yeah.
True or false, man? You just sitting down and like
true.
You reach out there and grab it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's like it's there already.
And I'm trying to get better at like being disciplined and being like, oh, I'm gonna write a song tonight. Or but you're right. The best ones are when it's like, nah, dude, a song hits you.
Yeah. It's like it was already there, and you were on the right frequency, and you reached out there and just grabbed it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and there's a couple of them that, dude, they're like, I just got out that some of them were so raw, and like a couple of them are like a take or two, and it was like,
wow.
It wasn't just like a best performance ever, but it was like part of it was like, dude, I'm not gonna be able to sing it with the same emotion I did that first time.
Nice, man.
I was really happy about how some of them turned out.
Love it, man. Well, I look forward to hearing this thing. I'm excited. You're going to have to get me some stems once this guy's mastered.
Heck yeah, dude.
I want to hear this. I get the podcast pros.
I got a little private playlist right now on SoundCloud of the mixes, so I can send you right now.
Shoot it over, man. You guys don't get it, just me. All right, man. You ready to wrap this thing up? We're at 50 minutes. That was a nice one. You have a good time?
Dude. This is awesome.
Yeah, you should come back sometime. Come back in August or September when the record's about to come out. We'll go through it track by track. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like dissect.
Yeah, like tell me about this piano right here. What is that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, this has been great.
Yeah, man, dude. Thank you for coming on. I got to thank my sponsor right quick. I want to thank my sponsor today's episode, Mr. Cody Mathis and Peach State Pilot. They do these drone photography, drone videos, they do little packages for photos. They film agriculture videos. They film music videos. They're trying to get into real estate, that kind of stuff. Just a really nice friend of mine. Peach State Pilot. Go check them out.
Cool.
Very cool. You can use the code TANK to get 10% off. Nice friend of mine. Yeah. Everybody go check that out. We're going to wrap it up here, I think. That was a fun one, man. Thank you for coming on.
Of course,
it was great to finally meet you last night
dude.
and officially today, I suppose.
I'll be seeing you on Wednesdays every night.
Yes, Wednesdays at Boar's Head. Everybody pull up. Me and Jacob Mallow will be playing. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a good time. But yeah, man, I think that's it. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to the Jameson on the Rocks podcast. What's your name on Instagram?
It is just at Jacob_Mallow.
Sweet. You got YouTube, any of that stuff? He's on Spotify, Jacob Mallow.
It's all just that.
All Jacob Mallow. Everybody go give him a follow. Check him out on everything. Give him some support. This episode will be out in around, May 20th, something like that. A few weeks,
cool.
2 or 3 weeks.
Awesome.
But yeah, thank you guys all for tuning in. Give him a little wave. Yeah, that's the thumbnail. See y'all now. Bye.
Oh, wait, let me do it again.
You ready?
A cap in my hand.
Take 2.
Before I bring you in, way too close. And I'm just trying to make this last a lot longer than goes in the past. 'Cause I have the tendency of holding go. a lot longer than girls in the past. 'Cause I have a tendency of letting go. Whoa. And you're just trying to make this last.